Okay, stay on. Testing. Hello, die-cast race fans.
Hashtag diecast racing.
It's a beautiful day here at the No Budget Speedway. I'm Ben Taxel.
And I'm Ty R. Flat. And let's get ready to rip.
Is that your thing? Let's get ready to rip?
I'm trying it out. What do you think?
Needs work. It's a big day for us at the No Budget Speedway. As you can see, the track is set up in a temporary location where they have been testing over the last few days.
Our brave test drivers have been running down track, helping to get it dialed in. You should see some of the spectacular crashes.
Okay, I guess they have some kinks to work out in the tech department.
Yeah, they haven't hired one yet?
Oh. The track owner, Colonel Mudgeon, decided that he was tired of waiting and wanted to run some races.
Keep in mind, these are all just exhibition races, so nothing will count.
The race today is orange versus blue.
Well, that's random.
Well, that's what happens when you let the boss's son organize the race.
Kermit? I thought he might choose green.
Why?
You know, Kermit the Frog.
Careful, Ty. You know, maybe he's an Oilers fan.
But we're in Calgary.
Well, this is auto racing, not hockey. Let's go over the track.
Not much to it, really. Straight line into a 180, then a finish line at the end.
That's it. But don't forget that it starts as a 3-lane, then opens up. It's not too steep, so the drivers should be able to keep everything under control. Don't expect to see a lot of paint swapping.
Did you see the test runs?
No, they didn't play them earlier.
Right.
Let's go to the start gate, where the drivers are lined up for the race.
The two outside lanes are a little rough, so the pole position is the middle lane, which is where Carrot Crash is sitting in Mac Run Motors' Hot Wheels Dodge Charger NASCAR.
And it was built by Hot Wheels. Note that our three teams, Randy's Racing, Mac Run Motors, and Domino's Dogs, all provided cars for today's races. However, only Randy's Racing's drivers were available to race today.
Starting in the number 2 position is Philip Dover in the 1990 Chevy Corvette.
This Hot Wheels car is part of Domino's Dogs fleet, and that racing stripe should be easy to follow down the track.
Too bad it doesn't wrap around the bottom.
Why?
Well, Phil has a tendency to drive on his roof.
Is that why they call him Wheels Up Phil? I thought he was a pilot. Finishing out the front row is Yolanda Dat in the Roadrunner. This car is a beauty from Mac Run Motors.
Hemi power, baby!
This old Plymouth was put together by Hot Wheels.
I know muscle cars are great in a straight line, but let's see how it does in that corner.
You know who won't have trouble in the corners? Noah Brakes.
Hot Wheels put together a great drift car in the Asphalt Assault, and we'll see if Mac Run Motors set this thing upright for today's race.
For these downhill tracks, a little weight in the tail is not a good idea, but Porsche's been perfecting the rear-engine sports car for decades, so Adam Goodwin shouldn't have any trouble in this Matchbox-built 911.
Another one from the Mac Run Motors stable.
I don't even see any cars from Randy's Racing.
Maybe he needs to save his cars more than his drivers for the main tournament.
Well, that's smart. You can always get new drivers, but these cars are expensive.
So true. And speaking of expensive, we have a movie star in the last position.
Television star.
There was a movie too.
We don't talk about that.
What about Jessica Simpson and those Daisy Dukes?
Okay, we can talk about that, but not on the air.
Fine. We have the General Lee in the house. This car was built by Ertl, and they swear it was in the show. Mac Run Motors must have paid a hefty price for this beauty.
Looks like it was jumped a few times too.
Bet it was. Now, who's driving it, Bo or Luke?
Neither, I'm afraid. It says here, Sal Odin.
Putt Sal? I don't think he's ever found the loud pedal, let alone win a race.
Perhaps Mac didn't want his General Lee run too hard.
I can respect that.
Let's go to the start gate, where the drivers are lined up for the race. Alright, the engines are revving, waiting for that gate to open, and Dad gets a jump off Rash off the start with Odin right on her tail. Oh, Odin flips her, but she's back on her wheels, but she spins out of the turn. Goodwin sneaks through and bounces off the wall and crosses the finish line, followed by Dover, and next comes Brakes.
There are really 3 races here.
You're right. Dover versus Brakes, Rash and Goodwin, and of course Odin and Dat in that transition.
Let's look at that one first. Yolanda Dat in that Roadrunner just took off. Even a barrel roll from the General Lee barely phased her, but as I predicted, a muscle car's kryptonite is a corner, and both Dat and Odin couldn't handle it.
You can see that the Roadrunner gets a funny bounce and the General Lee just drives under her, but she manages to stay ahead of him.
Yeah, some great control there by Yolanda Dat.
Now Rash loses a lot of speed trying to avoid it, which opens the door for Goodwin's 911 to squeeze him into the mess at the corner and just blows past it all.
Wait, did he take a flip off the wall?
That was just for style points. Meanwhile, Dover and Brakes are way back there waiting to see where the chaos will stop before they deftly maneuver it.
Well, if sliding across the finish line in your roof is deft maneuvering, I think I'll pass.
He did get second.
Good point. I think they need to work on that transition.
Well, testing isn't quite done yet. I think Carrick Crash in that Hot Wheels NASCAR got the worst of it.
Good thing NASCAR has so many safety systems or we'd be scraping him off the asphalt.
Let's not picture that.
Want to see Adam Goodwin's flip?
Yes. That was a crazy first race on the No Budget Speedway, but I was hoping all the cars would make it across the line.
Me too, Ben. But Kermit's random mix of cars did make for an interesting race.
I definitely wouldn't have picked the Porsche to win.
Oh, I did.
Really?
Yes.
Dover, Brakes, and Goodwin will face off with the top three of the blue cars.
The lineup for the blue race sees Russ Tolles in the Datsun 270 in the pole position.
This classic JDM car and all the others for this race were provided by Macron Motors.
And driven by Rand East Racing stuntmen.
Drivers, Ty, they're race car drivers.
Right.
In the number 2 spot, Linda Toole is driving the Scupa di Fuego?
Fuego. It means fire.
You know Italian?
It's Spanish, actually.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Gracias.
This Hot Wheels is low and sleek. I see no reason why it wouldn't set this track on fire.
Hasta la vista, baby. Hey, look, there's another famous car in this race.
That's right, Ty. It's the Mystery Machine.
Zoinks!
This van is a Hot Wheels driven by Otto Maddock.
He isn't one of the gang. Is he a villain?
No, Ty. He's a regular driver, and this van is just a replica.
Okay, if you say so.
Starting the back row, and probably terrifying to see in the rear view, is Big Storm.
That looks fast. Bet it could run Coors faster than the Snowman and the Bandit.
Hard to pull a trailer, though, with that big spoiler.
Good point.
Next, the Hammerhead is being driven by Dustin Yoface.
This Hot Wheels is a real shark. Do, 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 do,
Not every car can be a movie car.
Jaws 13, the Hammerhead. The Amity drag strip will never be the same.
Can we get back to racing now?
Sorry.
Burning Rubber is driving another heavy truck in the MIG rig.
This thing is a beast. Hot Wheels have a real fast hauler here.
Once again, a very interesting lineup that Kermit picked.
Okay, let's get ready to rip.
Still, no.
I forgot to mention that Andy Winteritz is driving Rigstorm today.
The drivers are ready, and here we go.
Tool takes the lead with Yo Face keeping up. Oh, the Mystery Machine just lost it, and the leaders lost it in the corner. There's a dog pile, and the winner is Andy Winteritz, who sneaks through for the win in Rigstorm.
Hey, you almost forgot to mention Andy, and he won. Maybe it's good luck to forget to mention a driver. The back row comes ahead again. Did you see the MIG rig pushing the Mystery Machine off the gate?
I did. Was he trying to pass in a single lane?
I don't know what he was thinking. He was weaving all over. Then he brushed the wall.
Wow. Otto just couldn't keep that big van straight.
If I didn't know better, I'd think Scooby-Doo was driving.
Linda Toole, on the other hand, just blasted down the track.
Maybe a bit too fast. She didn't even try to brake going into the corner.
That low-slung car bottomed out going into the corner and launched.
It sure did, Ben. And look at Dustin Yoleface. He tries to take a wide arc going into the corner, then loses traction and spins right into Tool.
Winteritz takes a wide arc too, but he manages to hug the corner past them.
And then kisses it.
Grubber in the MIG rig has a different approach and is determined to plow his way through.
Not a good plan. Now, what happened to Tolls in the Datsun?
Let's pull up a clip. He's good out of the gate, but just as he hits the open track, Ragstorm bumps him out of the way.
Like the snowman bumps a Smoky.
Something like that. He can't seem to keep control, and after bouncing off the wall, spins out.
Tough break for Russ Tolls.
Only one driver made it across the finish line.
So who's going on?
Obviously Winter is. Next would be Tool, but her car needs an inspection before she can race again, so she's out. Yoleface is taking her place, and finally the MIG rig and Burning Grubber will take the final slot.
I'm looking forward to that race.
Me too, and it's...
I'm shutting this down.
Seems like there's some sort of kerfluffle on the track. Can we get a visual?
DARTSAIPA.
The what now?
The Die-Cast Automobile Racing Track Safety and Injury Prevention Association, and this track is not fit for racing.
Says who?
Says me. You're done as of now. Get these cars off the track, or do I have to call the tow trucks and have all these cars impounded?
Well, looks like we're done here. From the very temporary home of the No Budget Speedway, I'm Ben Taxel.
And I'm Ty R. Flat. And remember, if you're running around cars all day, it's okay to get exhausted. Just don't get tired. I hope this new location is better cameras,
too. I've seen better footage of Sasquatch.
better resolution on New Year's.
Maybe they'll make some money and get GoPros.